On eBay about a week ago, well, just over now, I put this 1960s Tudor Oyster Watch on auction, eBay auction, with a low start of £100, selling on behalf of a client. Let's have a quick look at it, and I'll show you the results of the auction after 7 days. So, 1960s, black face, Arabic numerals, working really well. Now, this is the manual wind Tudor Oyster. And of course, if you saw my previous video, I'll put a link actually to that video in this video description if you want to see that. You probably know Tudor, part of the Rolex family. Hans Wilsdorf set up Tudor in the 1940s, 1947 to be precise. This is a really good example. It's got the folded, you can see there, the folded, I call them straps. I know it's wrong. Bracelet is the correct term. It's got the plain crown there. You can wind these things very easily. You just pull out the crown and wind it, and it will seal, of course, because it is the oyster. So it's got to be watertight and, crucially, dust tight. This is a 34mm case, knocking on the door of 60 years old now. Good strap. This is how you wind it. So twist anti-clockwise to open the crown. If you can just see it pop out, you'll feel it. One more click and then you would be able to change the time. But with the first click, you simply wind it. You know, give it half a dozen turns maybe. Push in clockwise and seal the oyster tight. This is the shock-resisting model. You can see that written on the dial, so it's not exactly rocket science. Serial number 7804. That's the model serial number. Someone said to me they wondered whether the face had been refinished. It's very sharp. It's very precise. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. You know, it really doesn't matter. Let me know what you think about that. It really doesn't matter. It's such an elegant, good-looking watch. The bracelet, original, 1960s. This particular bracelet was introduced, I think, in 1967. Whether it's actually original to the watch itself, it's difficult to tell. I mentioned in my last video, and I think it's really interesting to know that the bracelets themselves were very often as expensive as the watch, the case you're looking at there. And so often you would find that these watches were sold with either a leather strap or an extra, the bracelets. Now, there are copies of these bracelets on the market, so it's crucial to know that it is original. It certainly is original. Again, you can tell by the folding in the strap and the reference numbers stamped on the bracelet, 783519 with 357 stamped on the end pieces. Okay, here we go for the final run out of the auction. So by about day 7, the watch got to £900 and it hovered there for quite some time. It jumped towards the end of the sale, 3 minutes to go, to £920. Don't worry, you don't have to wait 3 minutes to see it all. I'll chop it up a little bit. So this is how much the watch sold for. Here we go. Please do subscribe, by the way. It really does help the videos. Thank you. Super value at £920. Thanks for watching.